my dears, it's Katie, and I'm here today to do the Do I Have That Book Challenge. This is a challenge that has been going around BookTube like wildfire, and if you're one of the few people who haven't done it, basically the premise of this is you have, I think, 20 questions, and you have to go around your bookshelves and find books that fit the different prompts and do it as fast as you possibly can. I originally wasn't going to do this because I tend to not do well under time pressure things, but I also am like the clumsiest person in existence. Like literally, I fell down the stairs a couple of weeks ago. So I originally wasn't going to do it, but I was tagged a couple of times to do it by both Hannah from A Snow White Reader and Vendi from Caught Between Pages, and other people have talked about how they'd like to see me do a challenge at some point, and I was like, okay, fine. I'm planning on, abiding by the rules of the challenge, but I'm going to not care about the time. I'm not going to do it as fast as I can by any means. I'm just going to do it at my own pace, just see how long it actually takes me in the long run. But I don't expect to get anything less than 10 minutes at the least. So let's just get started on this adventure. The timer right now. 1. Do you have a book with deckled edges? I do. The Odyssey by Homer. This edition, as you can hopefully see on the camera, has deckled edges. This is my edition from high school, so it's got all of my lovely annotations in it. I love this book. You guys know that already, but yeah, good old-fashioned deckled edges. 2, do you have a book with 3 or more people on the cover? I do. Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire by J.K. Rowling. As you can see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. I think there's 5 people on the cover. Anyway, lots of people on this cover. It's a good time. 3, do you have a book based on another fictional story? I do. And when you see what book it is that I'm going to pick, you're going to be like, what? But bear with me. The Hobbit by J.R.R. Tolkien. This is heavily influenced by Beowulf. So while it's not explicitly based on Beowulf, it draws heavily from that tale. And there's a lot of Beowulf-like themes in here because of that, and because of Tolkien's love for that work. 4, do you have a book that's title is 10 letters long? I do. Be right back. Fool's Quest by Robin Hobb. 10 letters. FOOLSQUEST. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 letters. Chaotic, Katie. 5, do you have a book with the title that starts and ends with the same letter? So yes, I do. Tristan und Isolde. I don't actually know who the author is, but I saved this book from my library a while back. And but as you can see, Tristan Isolde. So yes, I do. 6, do you have a mass market paperback book? Yes. Sir Gawain and the Green Knight by J.R.R. Tolkien. I have so many mass market paperback books, but this one I had to get for school, and this is the one that they provided for us. But yeah, it's a good time. 7, do you have a book written by an author using a pen name? Yes, I do. Robin Hobb, pen name. Her real name is actually Megan Lindholm, but yeah, Robin Hobb is a pen name, so yes. 8, do you have a book with a character's name in the title? Yes. But which one do I want to use? Artemis Fowl by Ian Colfer. Artemis Fowl is the name of our protagonist of this series, and his name is in the title. And do you have a book with 2 maps in it? Yes, but I need to find one. One second. I have multiple maps in The Lord of the Rings. I only have the Fellowship of the Ring with me right now, but there are like 5 maps in here. We've got one, these boys, this one. Oh hey, more maps. So yeah, there are like 4 maps in here. So yeah, definitely 2 maps. Tolkien's come through, man. 10. Do you have a book that was turned into a TV show? Yes. Little Bear. This is definitely turned into a TV show a while back. It's definitely probably not still on TV, but it was a TV show when I was a kid. So, we win. 11. Do you have a book written by someone who was originally famous for something else, like a celebrity, an athlete, politician, TV personality, etc.? Yes. Dragon by Julie Andrews and Emma Walton Hamilton. Julie Andrews is previously a famous actress and singer, and she wrote a book. Yes. I hate my life. 12. Do you have a book with a clock on the cover? I don't know. Let's find out. Unfortunately, it looks like I don't have a book with a clock on it, which is really sad and frustrating, but I can't find one. See, I know I used to have one with a clock on the cover, but I'm pretty sure I recently unhauled it. Okay, you know what? Forget it. I'm just gonna say, no, I don't have a book with a clock on the cover. I used to have one, but I'm pretty sure I unhauled it recently, so that's my problem. My parents might, but I'm not using their books for this. I'm just using my own collection, and honestly, I'm just not finding it, and that makes me sad. But yeah, no clock on the cover for me. 13. Do you have a poetry book? Yes. All Together by whoever this is by. But as you can see, cute little poems. This is my favorite, actually. Yeah, cute little children's poems. Loved this book. 14. Do you have a book with an award stamp on it? Yes. The Scorpio Races by Maggie Stiefvater. It's got a Pulitzer Prize award on it. And I wouldn't have this book if it wasn't for Vendi. So, thanks, Vendi. 15. Do you have a book written by an author with the same initials as you? KM. I'm going to call it before I even look and say no, but let's do a quick scan anyway. KA, JK, nope. RH, nope. So I was right. No, I do not have anybody with the initials KM. No surprise. It's a weird combo. 16. Do you have a book of short stories? Yes. Chicken Soup for the Mother and Daughter Soul by multiple authors, but all of these are composed of short stories, and they're a good time. 17. Do you have a book that was turned into a movie? Yes, I have multiple. Some you've seen already in this video, but let's see if I can find a different one. Bear with me. It's going to be, but it hasn't yet, so I'm gonna mix that one right away. Charlotte's Web has definitely been turned into a movie, multiple movies. Oh yeah, in case you're curious about why the award stamp is sad and torn off, I used to not like stickers on my books as a kid, and I thought this was a sticker, and I tried to pull it off, but it wouldn't come off, so good job, Katie. But anyway, Charlotte's Web has been turned into multiple movies. 19. Do you have a graphic novel? No, I definitely do not have a graphic novel. I read them on occasion, but because I never know how I'm going to react to an art style in a graphic novel and how I'm going to react to the format, since I tend to have difficulties with formats of graphic novels, I tend to not buy them. I only read them online, like in webcomic form, or I will borrow them from somebody, but I don't actually own any. So that is one for sure I don't have. And 20, do you have a book written by 2 or more authors? I think so. I have to look. Is The Cursed Child written by J.K. Rowling, John Tiffany, and Jack Thorne. It's not ideal, but it works. Okay, let's see my time, which is probably terrible. 36 minutes and 30 seconds. I told you it was going to be a slow adventure, and I was very much not wrong. Out of all of the things, let's see, what were the ones that I didn't win? Okay, and the last one is one that I skipped earlier. I don't know how I skipped it, but that's do you have a book that is between 500 and 510 pages? Probably. Let's go find out the actual answer to that question. If we're including the glossary in this book, then it's 504 pages. And then they have like the further reading in the back, and then that brings it up to 512. This is probably a close bet, but let's see if I can find anything else. I finally found one. The Lost Symbol by Dan Brown. It's 509 pages, and I will show you. The 509 pages. I'm so happy. I finally finished everything. I stopped timing a long time ago. I think I'm probably around like 49 minutes, which, you know, not ideal. But there were some questions that really tripped me up. I didn't get 3 out of them. The 3 that I didn't end up getting are, I don't have the one with the clock on the cover, which I'm kind of bummed about. My parents might, but I don't personally. Kind of sad about it, but oh well, what you gonna do? I also don't have the one with the author who has the same initials as me. They either had a K or an M in their name, never both. So that's, you know, frustrating, but not unexpected. And then the third one that I don't have is I don't have the graphic novel. I just don't own graphic novels because, as I mentioned earlier, I just never know if I'm going to get along with the format of how it's done and the art style and everything, because I have visual spatial issues. So that's just something that I don't have. Only missing 3 out of 20 isn't bad. I am not upset by that score at all. And I kind of expected those 3 to be the ones that tripped me up. But yeah, I had a lot of fun doing this, despite it taking me an eon and, you know, struggling with everything. But it was really fun. I hope you guys enjoyed watching it. I'm not going to tag anyone because everyone under the sun has done this. But if you're watching and you haven't done it and you want to do it, timed or untimed, definitely go ahead and do it. Say I tagged you. And let me know down below or on Twitter or something, and I'll come and watch because this is a fun one to watch. And other than that, you guys know the drill. I have both of my social media links down below in the description. I have a Twitter, which is @ACofTomes, which is the same as my handle here. And I also have a Goodreads, which you guys can also find down below, where you can come and follow me, see what I'm reading, track my progress, and see my general superficial thoughts on things before I come and scream at you about them over here. And I also have my fandoms and ships page, also linked down below. But other than that, I'll catch you later in another video with you guys again soon. Bye!